Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's so nice, wonderful, and colorful to see you all here. Hope you are equally excited as we are. So, this is actually tricky to have the right mix of easy camaraderie and formality in a function of this nature. When we honor some truly inspirational people who give Loyola its name that is valued the most.
We also want to keep this happily light and informal to make them all feel at home here. And just like they did so many years back, I mean, that camaraderie is something special, right? Okay. The academic learning apart, the food, the fun, the friends that they've made for a lifetime, with whom we seek to reconnect through this function, okay? Every time we do it now on Friendship Day, the first Sunday of August.
So you are reminding us that all Loyalites are still friends, whichever batch you belong to.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter where you are, you still are friends.
Wonderful, wonderful. Same time, solemnity is important too, since these are no ordinary people at all whom we have here. They have made a significant mark in the world, while their foundations were created to these very portals. We'll do our best to strike this balance as well.
Now that we apprised you of the solemnity of the occasion, we're going to start with the prayer song. Now, I'll make it clear, all of the people who are comfortable standing, please do. The rest who find it a little difficult to stand, doesn't matter. We are completely okay. We understand the solemnity of the situation. So we're going to call my college mate, 82, 85, Sudhaka Jayaraj, to come and offer the prayer song. Request you to be standing for it, whoever can. Thank you.
Good evening, and I hope you enjoy this song. It's just a song which says, we thank thee for everything that we see, hear, and feel. We thank thee each morning for a newborn day, where we may work in the fields of newborn hay. We thank thee for the sunshine and the air that we breathe, O Lord. We thank thee. We thank thee for the rivers that run all day. We thank thee for the little birds that sing along the way. We thank thee for the trees and the deep blue sea, O Lord. We thank thee. Oh yes, we thank thee, Lord, for every flowers that bloom, birds that sing, fish that swim, and the light on the moon. We thank thee every day as we kneel and pray, that we were born with eyes to see these things. We thank thee for the fields where clover is grown. We thank thee for the pasture where cattle may roam. We thank thee for thy love so pure and free, O Lord. We thank thee. Oh yes, we thank thee, Lord, for every flowers that bloom, birds that sing, fish that swim, and the light on the moon. We thank thee every day as we kneel and pray, that we were born with eyes to see these things. We thank thee for the fields where clover is grown. We thank thee for the pasture where cattle may roam. We thank thee for thy love so pure and free, O Lord. We thank thee. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The sincerity of this whole occasion comes to life while I take this honor to introduce the chairman of the Loyola Alumni Day. This is second year in a row for him. And somehow he has this little habit of just going on a small break just before the Loyola Alumni Day, okay? So I'm going to request our friend Robert Jacob to come up on stage and offer the welcome address.
Good evening, one and all. It's a pleasure to see all of you all today here. Alumni Day, like we were talking, Loyola is just not a campus, it's an emotion. So it's amazing to see that the people who want to come back to their alma mater, to see them year after year. It's my second year running as the chairman, and I was so encouraged last year, and I said, it's lovely to, it was a satisfying job at the end of last year, and I said this is definitely something that I want to take up this year too. So looking forward for this day to be a grand success. Welcome one and all. We've lined up a beautiful program for you. Please stay not only for the Alumni Awards, also for the evening concert. Looking forward to having each one of you all enjoy the emotions of Loyola.
You should give the chairman of the Loyola Alumni Day Awards and the entire celebration a huge round of applause. Come on, this is not enough.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Robin Jacob. Now we present another super sincere person to take stage and give you a brief on the importance and mechanics of Loyola Awards to illustrious alumni, which the association takes on pretty diligently each year for the Alumni Day. Please welcome Mr. George Cherian onto the stage to give a brief.
And as George Cherian is going to be coming on the stage, we're also requesting the dignitaries to be on stage. I will start with calling out the gentlemen and ladies whom I request you to come onto the stage. We will start first with Reverend Dr. Francis P. Xavier, S.J., Director of Loyola College. Can we request someone to accompany him, please?
Let's put our hands together as the dignitaries walk onto the stage.
Yeah.
Next, it's Reverend Dr. Selvan Nayakam, S.J., Secretary, Loyola Arts and Science College.
We'll also request Reverend Dr. Thomas Amritam, S.J., Principal, Loyola Arts and Science, and also the Director of the Loyola Alumni Association. We'll also request the President of the Loyola Alumni Association, Dr. G. Vishwanath, to be on the stage with us.
And the awardees, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar. So we request you on stage.
Followed by Dato Dr. Wasihar Hassan bin Abdul Razak. Request you to join us on stage, sir.
Mr. George L. Matthew, we request you to take a stage, sir.
Really pleased to welcome Wing Commander S. Sukumar onto the stage.
Ms. Benno Safin, kindly come and take your seat on the stage.
IFS.
We receive all the dignitaries on the stage with a lot of reverence and love. Hope you all find it great to see these personalities on stage.
Requesting George Cherian to come onto this stage and just give us a brief, apart from the whole Loyola Alumni Day, but also about the Loyola Alumni Awards, which he has been pioneering, I think, quite a few years in a row. Over to George Cherian.
A very good evening to the dignitaries on the dais, the recipients of the Loyola Alumni Award, the alumni, friends and family members. It gives me great pleasure to give you a little brief. For some of you who attended this Alumni Day for the second time or third time, you might know about the Loyola Alumni Award. But for the benefit of the ones who are coming here for the first time, I would like to emphasize why the Loyola Alumni Association has instituted the Loyola Alumni Award, which is the highest honor provided by the Loyola Alumni Association in recognizing the eminent Loyalites from the alma mater. Every year, there is a pool of people who are nominated across India and across the world. We receive nominations and a panel is assigned with a high-profile committee who go through the verification and the process behind the selection of each and every alumni recipient. For the benefit of some, we have categorized these awards so that you might know of them. In future, you might be one of the recipients as well. So for the benefit of some, I would like to highlight International Alumni Diaspora. We have a category called the Global Loyalite of the Year, and we have a recipient this year, which you will be hearing soon. We have a person who is a leader in the business establishment, which represents a certain turnover and above, which is the Business Leader of the Year. We also have recognized corporates and individuals who have not gone, who have gone beyond the call of the duty, not just doing business, but helping the community around and giving back to them in a big way, which is the Citizen of the Year Award. We also have amongst us many eminent sports people. So we have the Sportsperson Year of the Award. And also, we have the Guiding Light. Now, this recipient is a true symbol and a representative of the motto, "Let your light shine," who not just about taking care of themselves and progressing in career, but ensure that their knowledge is shared with the rest of the world. And that is the special one, which is the Guiding Light of the Year Award. Apart from this, we also do have the Star Achiever Award and a few others. And depending on each year's nomination, it varies. So, and this year, in the awards, we have also instrumented the special statue, which you will be seeing. The award itself is the replica of the St. Ignatius statue, which you see right in front of the main building. And I think most of you will be recognizing it instantly and would love to have it on your showcase or in your important room. So I wish the awardees the very best and everyone who has made this committee choose the good candidates year on year. And thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like all of you to give a round of applause to each and every dignitary and person who's coming on stage. It's a whole year's work that we have put together, okay? And that's why we want you to be a part of it. Also, we're calling on stage and request someone to accompany Anukriti Vas, who's going to be the recipient of the award this year. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's great to see the stage complete with all the dignitaries and special people.
Moving straight to the very first award, may I request on stage our good diligent friend, Mr. Suresh Mupana, to render the citation for the Loyola Award to the first recipient this evening. Mr. Suresh Mupana.
Good evening. Now, may I call upon the first awardee of this evening, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, to step forward.
Requesting Mr. Suresh Mupana to hand over the shawl with the Loyola insignia to Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar.
Making the Department of Commerce, Loyola College, proud is Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, who, as the chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan since 1990, invested efforts in spreading the glorious culture and ancient wisdom of our country. His pioneering efforts to instill human values in school students through education have received wide appreciation from all sections of society. Swami Vivekananda said, "What is in the intellect or reason? It goes a few steps and there it stops. But through the heart comes inspiration." Accordingly, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar's visionary and far-reaching inspirations in whatever he chooses are highly successful. Dr. Vanavarayar is a phenomenal orator who has been striving tirelessly to empower the youth to enrich the nation by motivating and encouraging our youngsters. He has made a significant contribution in the field of education through his leadership role with Kumaraguru College of Technology, Coimbatore, NGM College, Pollachi, and is a nominated syndicate member in Bharatiya University. He was the chairman of Southern India Mills Association, SIMA, that represents more than one-third of yarn exports from India, and chairman of Indian Cotton Mills Federation and the apex body of textile industry in India. Besides, he was instrumental in preparing the vision statement for the Indian cotton industry. In appreciation of his social work that embraced the Gandhian view ideals, he is awarded the degree of Doctor of Laws by Sri Avinash Lingam University, Coimbatore. Loyola Alumni Association is immensely delighted to bestow the Citizen of the Year award to Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, who has excelled in his occasion and is strong evidence to the motto, Lugia, Lux Vastra, meaning, let your light shine. Thank you.
May I request Reverend Dr. Francis P. Xavier, SJ, the rector of Loyola College, to do the honors of awarding Mr. Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar the citation and the award. That's the very first award, the new award that we have created with the statue of Saint Ignatius of Loyola.
Thank you so much, Reverend Father. Now, requesting Mr. Errol on stage to acquaint us with the next illustrious alumnus.
Good evening, everybody. May I call upon Datto Dr. Wasihar Hassan bin Abdul Razak to come forward.
The shawl, Mr. Ale is part of the very, very strong part of the executive committee of the Loyola Alumni Association. Handing over the shawl to Dr. Wasihar.
It's my pleasure to read the citation. Loyola Alumni Award presented to Dato Dr. Wasihar Hassan bin Abdul Razak. He has had a 38-year-long career in banking, during which he has held the post of Chief Executive Officer of Dala Al Baraka Malaysia and Independent Director of Asian Finance Berhad. He is the founding chairman of RHB Islamic Bank, the world's first Islamic bank to be created out of an Islamic window of a conventional bank. He is also the founding chairman of Unicorn International Islamic Bank Malaysia Berhad, currently known as Al Khair Bank. Dr. Wasihar Hassan is a globally recognized presenter and speaker in various conferences and seminars related to banking, Islamic finance, leadership, and executive coaching. He is associated with London-based Ketz de Rice Institute and INSEAD Fontainebleau and Singapore, training and mentoring senior executives from leading multinational corporations across the globe. Dr. Wasihar Hassan holds a bachelor's degree in commerce from Loyola College, an MBA degree, a master's degree in consulting and coaching from HEC Paris and INSEAD, and a PhD from Rich University Amsterdam. He is the author of the book entitled The Malay Leadership Mystique. Dr. Wasihar Hassan received the decorations of Darja Setia Pangwan Negeri, DSPN, and Panglima Setia Bintang Sarawak, PSBS, from the states of Penang and Sarawak for his extraordinary contributions and role in attracting foreign investment to Malaysia. Loyola Alumni Association is proud to bestow the Global Loyalite of the Year award to Dr. Wasihar Hassan for his accomplishments in various fields across the globe and for being a living example to the motto of Lucia Lux Vestra, meaning let your light shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Errol. And may I now request Reverend Dr. Selvanayakam S.J., Secretary of Loyola Arts and Science College, to do the honors for Mr. Wasihar Hassan. Thank you, Reverend.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause, please. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the liberty of going back a little bit to talk about Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar and request him to say a few words on this occasion in terms of acceptance of this particular award that Loyola has bestowed on him. Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, guests, and my friends. This is indeed a very big honor done to me. One can receive awards from many places, but nothing like receiving one from one's own college. I was here half a century back. Everything has changed. But what has not changed is the stature of this institution. All of us owe everything to this institution. We are what we are today, all because of this great institution. And when Suresh called me up and told me that I will be honored, I told him, I don't know whether I deserve it. But if in the wisdom of these great men, they feel that I can be considered, I accept it in all humility. And I'm very impressed with the title of the award, Citizen of the Year Award. Prior to 1947, we were all subjects of a colonial power. Since then, we have become free citizens of an independent republic. When we were just subjects, we were conscious neither of the rights or the duties. But today we all know that we have some rights and more than that, some duties to perform. As an enlightened citizen, we have a responsibility to the nation and to be sensitive about it and have the national pride to boast of this great culture of ours. Loyola provide the right ambience and excel in academics in all allied activities. Loyola gave us the space to be innovative and enjoy the happy youthful days. Equally so, Loyola kept us reminding us the need to maintain discipline, decency, and decorum. My good friend, the president of the association, Dr. Vishwanathan, is here. We are all more or less the same age. When we were students here, India was growing at 3%. We never had any big aspirations. Opportunities were very limited. Entrepreneurship was a distant dream. Connectivity hardly existed. Awareness and exposure was very low. Jobs were very scarce. The future was bleak. But today, particularly to the young friends, your India is different. You're living in an aspirational India. And they say we will grow as $5 trillion economy in a matter of 5 years. So I wish you all the best. Look at that. When I say I wish you all the best, the rains have come.
Wonderful, sir.
When I say India is going to grow at $5 trillion economy, there was a shower.
That's right.
So whether you believe your prime minister or your finance minister, better you believe the Lord. So give a hand to the grace of the Lord.
No, sir. And to the citizen of the year, sir.
Yes. So my young friends, dream big, waste no time, have faith in yourselves, and move on. Great days are ahead. May God be with you all. And I once again thank the college and the Alumni Association, particularly the president and the committee, for having thought of this small man from a remote place and bestow on me this great honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for accepting the award and also sharing with us the wonderful moments you had in this very Loyola campus. And may I also request Dr. Wazigar Hassan to share his acceptance speech with us.
Good evening, Father Rector Xavier, Principal and Alumni Director Dr. Thomas, Secretary Father Selvanayagam, President of the Alumni Association, and members of the Executive Committee of the Alumni Association. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to be here to receive this award. And as I reflect, in an occasion like this, you will be reflecting your time in Loyola. And Loyola has been very successful in reinventing itself over the years to maintain its success. Like the big rivers of India, Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, Vaigai, etc., the path of the river may change, but the river still is called the same. Similarly, Loyola has over the years transformed itself from what it used to be to be a very modern institution today, including gender diversity. The only thing I regret about my time is we did not have co-education in Loyola at that time. Otherwise, everything was excellent. And I today would like to recall the excellent professors we had at that time. The late Professor Session, who was an accounting professor, and then Professor R.O.K. Sami, of banking professor. And there are still some of the professors like Professor Carlton Young, who I understand is still a professor here, and then Professor Arunachalam. These were the people who molded us. And after Loyola, I went to overseas, but the foundation I had in Loyola was fundamental for my success in my further education at the master's and doctorate level. Without that foundation, I would not have been able to be so successful. And we are also very happy that through the technology, which is as small as your palm, we are able to reconnect ourselves. Without this technology, I don't think we will all be reconnecting as an alumni today. And we have got the Malaysian chapter, which kick-started the Alumni Day last night. We have about close to 60 members, and we hope that we will globally, Loyola alumni will become even more successful, and Loyola will continue to be among the top institutions in India and the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wazir Hassan. What a huge number of announcements of starting the program at 5 o'clock. And all these multiple announcements we did on the mic, the rain did for us.
It's the power of
whole
nature,
audience
I
is
should
full.
say.
Absolutely. I'm glad. So, I mean, there is something, I mean, apart from Dr. Krishnaraj Vanavarai, I think the whole world is looking on us, the heaven is looking on us. So I move on to something close to my heart, because I spent 82 to 85 here in literature, and I have a classmate of mine, Ravi Murugaya, my class buddy, and has been a great support to all activities of the Loyola alumni across a number of years, and we'll request him to announce the next alumnus selected for the Loyola Award.
A very good evening to everybody. May I now call upon Mr. George L. Matthew to just step forward to receive the honors.
I request Ravi Murugaya to honor Mr. George Matthew with the shawl.
Good evening, everybody. I'm really privileged to read the citation of Mr. George L. Matthew. Mr. George L. Matthew is an economics graduate from Loyola. He is the chairman and the full-time director of Duroflex Group, India's largest exporter of sleep and comfort products. He has been a constant driving force towards growth, development of the group in raising India's largest PE investment in a mattress maker. Duroflex is one of India's largest brands in the mattresses and sleep accessories category, with fully automated end-to-end computerized machines equipped as its manufacturing plants. The plants are located across Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana state, and Maharashtra. Duraflex is an OEM partner with international brands like Siemens. Duraflex is the first mattress company to be ISO 9001 certified. Duraflex mattresses become India's first designer mattresses through collaboration with world-renowned Folly Designs. Duraflex proudly stands as a sleeping, energizing partner for Chennai Super Kings and Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Moreover, Duraflex is the first in India to introduce heat absorption technology used by NASA in mattresses, and the company was actively involved in the flood relief works in Chennai and Kerala in 2017. Loyola Alumni Association is proud to bestow the Business Leader of the Year award to Mr. George L. Matthew for achieving the focused and dynamic growth of his business and for being a living example to the motto of Lucia Lux Vestra, meaning let your light shine. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ravi. Sri George L. Matthew will be honored by Reverend Dr. Susai Sebastian, SJ, the Secretary of the Loyola College of Education. May I request him to come on stage? Thank you, sir. May I request Sri George L. Matthew to speak a few words, accepting this Business Lead of the Year award from Loyola.
Reverend Fathers, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, friends, and Loyalites. I'm really happy to state the history of our family with Jesuits. The St. Joseph's College, the first college started by Jesuits about 150 years ago. My grandfather studied in college in the early of the 20th century. So our association, our family's association with Jesuits has been about 100 years. Not only that, my father studied in Loyola College here, Chennai, in 45, 46. I studied from 73 to 77. My son studied in Loyola College from 2004 to 2007. So it's a 100-year association with Jesuits, and their discipline and their method of teaching us to be gentlemen and be leaders of the society has good stead in our family and our business too. My daughter is now married and settled in Chennai, and a very wonderful experience. She was very active in Jesus Youth, and she was sent to Nagaland for 1 year scholarship or educational Jesus Youth program. And surprisingly, she landed in a Jesuit college in Nagaland, and we are very happy that she was safe in this remote place, looked after by the priest there. So, not only in Loyola, but in remote parts of the country, this spirit of the Loyola Padre priests has spread education, knowledge, and leadership qualities among the Indians of this country. I'm really proud to accept this prize. And I would say in my 45, 50 years of business, whatever money I've made, I've got zero value compared to the prize given to me by this association. I thank everybody, everyone who are involved in this association to organize this function so beautifully and have awarded me this prize. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. I'm wondering whether you can be given one more award, sir. Loyalite of the Year. I mean, many years, multiple years. Thank you very much. I'm privileged to offer the citation for this wonderful gentleman with whom I had the opportunity to interact while in the armed forces and more now after we hung up our uniforms. So it's my pleasure to read this Loyola Alumni Award presentation to Wing Commander S. Sukumar, who did his pre-university and BSc Physics in Loyola College. He represented the college in NCC Air Wing and represented Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry in the Republic Day Parade at New Delhi in 1976. His team was awarded the coveted Burma Shell Trophy in aeromodeling at the Prime Minister's Larry. He was selected to join the Indian Air Force as a flying pilot in 1976, the only person from Tamil Nadu in that batch. He has the unique distinction of being the contingent commander for the mass past during the Republic Day on 3 separate occasions. He underwent flying training at the Air Force training establishments in Coimbatore, Bidar, and Air Force Academy, and was adjudged the overall best cadet and awarded the Navanagar Sword of Honor, the very first time an NCC cadet got it amongst all the years. Wing Commander Sukumar served with distinction in the IAF from 1977 to 1998 in various fighter squadrons and as a qualified flying instructor, flying the famous NAT aircraft and the MiG-23 strike aircrafts. He obtained highest instrument rating to fly in all weather and A category in instructional ability from Air Force Flying Instructors School. After opting for premature retirement while serving as the chief flying instructor, Wing Commander Sukumar joined Jet Airways. As senior commander, he has flown aircraft from the ATR 72 to the Boeing 737 and to Airbus 330 across the world in a total accident-free lifetime flying career spanning 44 years and 14,000 hours of flying. Loyola Alumni Association is proud to bestow the Excellence in Armed Services Award to Wing Commander Sukumar for the first time for his invaluable contribution to the Indian Air Force and for being a living example to the motto of Luciet Lux Vestra, meaning let your light shine.
My request, Mr. Uni, to honor Sir with a shawl. Wing Commander S. Sukumar receiving his shawl from Mr. Uni.
May I now request the Director of LICIT, Dr. Maria Venish S.J., to please come onto the stage to honor Wing Commander S. Sukumar.
Wing Commander S. Sukumar receiving his honors from Dr. Mario Venish. Thank you, Father. Congratulations, Mr. S. Sukumar, and we also request you to give us your acceptance speech on receiving the award.
Reverend Dr. Francis Xavier, Reverend Dr. Amritam Thomas, members of the Committee of Loyola Alumni Association, and dear friends. I'm really honored to receive this Alumni Award for the year 2019, awarded to the person who was distinguished in armed services from Loyola College. When the secretary, Mr. Bala Murugan, called me up on the 23rd of July, I was a little surprised, and he told me that I have been selected for this particular award for the first time being awarded to an armed forces person. In fact, I told him that there are better persons than what I am. He said, no, sir, we have considered a lot of information which is there, and it is you who are going to get the award. And then I told him, okay, I am very delighted to receive this award and from a premier institution which has molded me and my personality to come up to this level in my life. Now I am fully satisfied that all my years of training and my education in Loyola has bear the fruit which I am getting today. After 43 years of leaving Loyola from 1976. I served the nation for 20 years in the Indian Air Force and another 20 years in the civil aviation. I still remember the day when I walked in the corridor in front of the principal in 1972 for an admission when Reverend Father Kuriakos was a principal. And just because I was 2 marks less than the cutoff at that particular time for an admission to pre-university, he told me to see him every day. So after the third visit to him, he realized that me and my father were really interested in joining an institution like the Loyola. Though I was getting admission in all the other colleges, I did not want to leave Loyola admission. And during the studies in Loyola, I graduated from BSc Physics with a distinction. And during the time when I wanted to go to the Republic Day parade, the same principal, Reverend Father Kuriakos, called me and told me that you're going to miss classes. What are you going to do? I said, don't worry, sir, we shall do enough effort to not complete it. And I thank Almighty that I cleared the papers with a distinction, and also I got the Bhumashal Trophy from the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in Republic Day Parade at Delhi. And now when I'm standing here after 43 years of graduation from here and having served in premier institutions, I find it is an award which has been awarded to me at the fag end of my life, which I'm going to cherish throughout for the rest of my life. I'm overwhelmed by the kind gesture of the Alumni Association of Loyola for selecting me for this award. My entire family is here in this audience today to see me receive this award after 63 years of age.
Please give them also a huge round of applause. The entire family is here to be with Vinko Sukumar.
This includes my grandson who's 4 years old. I dedicate this award to my parents, my late father and my mother who is present in the audience, for having allowed me to join the services, and my wife and children who have been the pillar of strength in my life. I thank once again Loyola Alumni Association for this award, and I'm proud to be a Loyalite. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Next, may I request Major A.S.M. Porras to let us know this illustrious lady of Loyola College who is being awarded this year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we are in one of the best moments of this award function. This is Ms. Beno Sefin IFS receiving the shawl from Major A.S.M. Porras.
Benu Sefin battled against all odds to become India's first 100% visually challenged Indian Foreign Service officer. By securing 343rd rank in the All India Civil Exams 2013. Her visual impairment and its accompanying challenges only made her stronger in realizing her dreams and dispelling for good the darkness that hovered over her since birth. Despite facing key challenges like non-availability of study material in Braille, her efforts towards her goal remained consistent. Her setbacks only drove her to utilize every opportunity that came her way, especially with the support of her loving and caring family, friends, and teachers who with pleasure read to her. She used technology to her complete advantage, and in particular, JAWS, customized software for visually challenged that reads the text from the computer. Today, her accomplishments inspire differently abled youth across the country, and she derives such joy in every opportunity she gets to interact and motivate the youth to aspire and aim high. Binu Safin completed her post-graduation in English from Loyola College and became a probatory officer in the State Bank of India before being selected for the civil service. The Loyola Alumni Association is proud to bestow the Guiding Light of the Year award to Ms. Benu Zain, IFS, who has excelled in her vocation and a living testament to the motto, Lucia Lux Vestra, meaning, let your light shine.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Reverend Dr. Thomas Amatham, Principal, Loyola College, to do the honors for Ms. Beno Safin, IFS. This is yet another proud moment to both Loyola College and Ms. Beno Safin, IFS. Congratulations, Beno Safin, IFS. And as we have received the award, may we also request you to share the acceptance speech with us, please.
Esteemed Reverend Fathers, dignitaries on and off the dais, seniors, friends, and family members of Loyola Alumni Association, very good evening to all of you. Shakespeare said, "It is not in the stars to write up your destiny, but it is in your hands to write up your destiny." Madam Helen Keller said, "Optimism is the path that leads to success, and everything, and believe me, everything in this world can be achieved with confidence and positive thinking." All these qualities, like confidence, the ability to think positively, the desire to help others, all these qualities are inculcated in me by this great institution called Loyola College. As Mr. George said, my association with Loyola College too does not just begin from 2011 when I joined the college. My great-grandfather served here in this college, and my grandfather studied in this college. While my connection in spirit with this college dates back to generations, there is yet another commonality. The founder of this college, Reverend Father Francois Bertram, was born in France, and I always consider it as a great privilege that I went to France for my first posting as Third Secretary Political to the Embassy of India. In a humongous way, I'm very much connected to this college. When I say this, my formation as an Indian Foreign Service officer began in this college because this college paved way for me to attend the outreach program in the remote corners of Tamil Nadu. This college gave me the opportunity to become a member of the Students' Union and to be a master of ceremony, where I was able to mold my oratorical skills. This college gave me the honor of being the assistant president of the Women's Forum, where I got the spirit and inculcated in me the ability to talk. So, my formation as an officer started from this college. While I accept this award, fathers, dignitaries, and everybody seated here, I also accept the responsibility of delivering more. I accept the responsibility of encouraging and motivating the youth of this country to reach greater heights. I will encourage henceforth in a huge magnitude the youth of the country to take up life and to strengthen the strengths and weaken their weaknesses. With this assurance to you, I thank the management, Father Principal, and everybody, my the professors who have coached me in the college, and all others who have supported and facilitated my days in the college. I thank the Loyola Alumni Association for having bestowed upon me this award, as well as bestowing upon me a huge responsibility to take this torch that Loyola gave me, which says, let your light shine to different parts of the country and the world, and to make the light brighter, brightest. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ben Joseph in IFS. It was not just an acceptance speech, it was an assurance speech as well. You have assured so much. Thank you so much.
And a lot of inspiration. Thank you so much. I now request the chairman of the Loyola Alumni Day to come again and say who's the person who's going to be next on stage.
Yes, of course. Anukriti Vas, I would like you to step in front, and we would like to honor you with a shawl. Anukriti Vas is easily among the most fascinating and radiant role models to emerge from the hallowed portals of Loyola College, becoming its first ever student to win the Miss India title in 2018. A Bachelor of French from the Loyola College, she's a wonderful blend of beauty and brains. She is also someone who endured with the requisite grit and determination to pass through the difficult circumstances. Anukriti made good her promise to her mother when she was a child that the world would look up to her one day by winning the Miss India title. Of course, her childhood dream did come true when she won Miss Beautiful Smile and Beauty with a Purpose Award in the Femina Miss India Tamil Nadu 2018. She also rose to among the top 30 in the Miss World 2018 pageant held in China. A multifaceted personality with a flair for languages, Miss Anukriti comes across as a candid, confident youngster who's anything but camera shy and is eager to sing and dance when the opportunity presents. She's also a sports person and a motorbike enthusiast. Loyola Alumni Association is proud to bestow the Star Achiever of the Year award to Miss Anukriti Vas, who has excelled in her vocation and is shining model to the motto Luciet Lux Vestra, meaning let your light shine.
Check, check. May I now request Reverend Dr. Joe Arun, SJ, the Director of LIBA, to come onto stage and do us the honor of awarding Anukriti Vas the Star Achiever of the Year from Loyola Alumni. Dr. Father Arun. May I request Anukriti Vas to say a few words?
Good evening to the dignitaries on the dais and everybody present here. Firstly, I would like to thank Loyola College and the Alumni Association for having me here. It's a great honor and privilege to come here and get an award with such honorable persons, and thank you so much for having me here. I once got a message from Loyola that I got into college, and I thought it was a great achievement. And yet again, I got a message a few weeks back asking me to come as the recipient of such an honorable award, and it feels like a greater achievement than Miss India in itself, because Loyola has been my dream college, and getting an award from my college is a greatest achievement. And this award is being awarded to me for following my dreams. So what more could I ask for? So once again, I thank Loyola College and the Alumni Association for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anukriti Vas, and congratulations as well.
We're going to have the felicitations, which I'll request first, Reverend Father Rector Francis P. Xavier, SJ, to give his few thoughts and share with us what he feels when he's part of this whole occasion of the Loyola Alumni Day and bestowing these awards to these illustrious alumni.
Dear respected awardees, Dr. Wasir Hassan bin Abdul Razak, Dr. Krishna Raj Vanavaraya, Mr. George Matthew, Wing Commander Sukumar, Ms. Beno Zeffin, Ms. Anukirti Vas, Alumni President Dr. Viswanathan, Reverend Father Secretary, Alumni Director and Principal Father Thomas, alumni officials as well as Loyola officials, staff, alumni and alumni, and all present here. It's a joy to see you all back in the campus. You are most welcome to your alma mater, and may this homecoming bring you joy and happiness and a sense of achievement as you are coming from all walks of life and from the ends of the globe with success stories. Loyola is very proud of each one of you, as you are the face of Loyola to the world, where you let the light of Loyola shine. You are the flame of Loyola that kindles other flame of excellence and service. You are the ambassadors of Jesuit values wherever you are and whatever you do. I extend my greetings of joy to the other alumni and alumni who would have loved to come in today but could not make it. Mother Loyola feels happy to see her children coming back together, and she is pleased with you for your global service. Enjoy your moments spent in Loyola campus. I would like to share with you today about the frontiers of care you might need to extend your attention to. You need to take care of these frontiers of well-being, starting from you, extending to your family without affecting at the same time your work, and culminating in the society you live in. In other words, you need to manage yourself. You are responsible to enhance your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energies. A sound mind in a sound body for living out the values for betterment of the company you work for and the society you live in with the support of your family is very fundamental. Very often we excel in our workplace or in our business, but we need to enrich the quality time we spend with our family members, especially with your spouse and children. It's from there you draw energy and inspiration for your success in business or work or service. Today, we do not much talk about time management, but energy management. It's important to be aware of how much time, or better, how much energy you devote to yourself, work, home, and community at the same time, how satisfied you are in each sphere in order to be a better leader, enjoying a richer life. Your attitude shapes you in your workplace or in your business. We need to work constantly with our attitude adjustment to understand the other from his or her perspectives and not from the frame of your expectation, to develop ability either to change the work atmosphere for the better or to adapt yourselves for the good of all in our environment of work or business. I'm sure that we all are aware that hunger knows no morals, and at the same time, happiness and work satisfaction make us very productive. Other-centric human values are the basis of human life. I just want to narrate an anecdote. A poor and hungry boy stopped at a house and asked for something to drink. The young lady offered him a glass of milk. The thankful boy asked her, "How much I owe you?" The girl replied him, "Mother taught us never to accept pay for a kindness." Years rolled on. One day the lady became critically ill, and the local doctors, unable to diagnose her problem, referred her to a famous doctor in the city. The doctor treated her, and she was eventually cured. The day of discharge from the hospital came. The lady was scared of looking at the bill since she guessed it would be a huge amount. But when she opened the envelope, it was written on the margin of the bill, "Paid in full with 1 glass of milk." The lady was the one who offered a glass of milk, and the young man was Dr. Howard Kelly, one of the 4 founding doctors of Johns Hopkins Hospital in the USA. There is need everywhere. All we need is eyes to see the need and heart to go out to help them. I would strongly recommend that you extend your helping hand starting from your neighborhood. You could choose 1 or 2 from your neighborhood, especially the people at the margins, whether they are socially discriminated or economically decimated or politically ignored or religiously despised, and help them to get educated and then help them find a job, perhaps in your own company. You would be happy for it, and they would be eternally grateful to you. Their generations will bless you. I would also like to extend your helping hand to your alma mater. Loyola was there when you needed her for education, and today Loyola asks you to be there when she wants to extend her education at a higher level, namely as a university. As Loyola is getting ready to celebrate her centenary of educational service in 2025, it would be a proud moment for us all, Loyola alumni and alumni, to celebrate the Loyola centenary as Loyola University. We could also think of helping Loyola spread her wings. It is the desire of the management to add one more jewel on the crown of Loyola campus, namely to start a law school, in fact, an international law school. On this great day when we come together and recall our past glory, let us look forward and see into the future what we could do still more and still better in the spirit of Jesuit marches. I count on each one of you. Your support and help would be ever remembered in building up this temple of learning for millions of people to come in the future. I wish you a memorable get-together. May God lead you all with his blessings, protection, and accompaniment. Enjoy your stay in Loyola campus. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Reverend Father Rector. As Father rightly said, Loyola creates men and women for others. There are two important days, as we all know, according to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India. One is the day when we were born, and next is the day we recognize why. And here on stage, we have people who have already recognized that why, and that is why I think they are here. And when they recognize that why, and the world recognizes who they are, Loyola is always by their side, celebrating that recognition. So now on to stage, may I kindly invite the President of Loyola Alumni Association, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, to felicitate on this great occasion.
Reverend Father Rector, Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Father Secretary, other Reverend Fathers, awardees, members of the Loyola Alumni Association, family members, other distinguished invitees, very good evening to you. At the outset, let me congratulate Dr. Krishnaraj Vanavaraya, Dr. Wasihar Hassan, Mr. George Matthew, Wing Commander Sukumar, Ms. Benzo Zephine IFS, and Anukirti Vas for having conferred the Distinguished Alumni Award. I wish them best in their life, and we always remember our old students. Access to higher education in India, what we call GER, Gross Enrollment Ratio, is 25% for the country, but it is more than 45% in Tamil Nadu. That's mainly because those who came for spreading of religion, they take an interest in education, and the Christian missionaries started educational institutions in this state, and that's why Tamil Nadu or the old Madras state is much forward. We can never forget the contribution of Christian missionaries in higher education particularly. Those who study in Loyola, they can never be a failure. They shine wherever they go. I joined here in 1957 for my BA class. I continued for BA and MA here. I remember when I came and joined Loyola, it was very difficult for me to speak in English because I studied in Tamil medium, and somehow I learned some English in intermediate in Vellore Urist College. But after joining Loyola, in BA class, I became a debater in Tamil in the city, and by the time I completed 2 years, I became an English debater also in All India level, in the city level. I always remember Father Lawrence Sundaram, who encouraged me in English language, and I never forget my Tamil professor Arulanandam for making me a debater in Tamil. So that's how we had the opportunity to learn from our professors and Reverend Fathers, and that's how I find all our distinguished alumni awardees today have succeeded in their life or succeeding in their life wherever they go. For example, whatever we learned here, we practice in our life. I should give you a concrete example. I was encouraged to start a college in 1984 by MGR, late Chief Minister. And I started a small college in 1984 with strength of 180 students. I always tell them that we should follow the Loyola model. Discipline, punctuality should be the order of the day. And even now we practice, even though it has grown into 40,000 students in 4 campuses: Vellore, Chennai, Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh, and Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. That's how I never forget my training here in Loyola. And we always remember the lessons start here, the discipline start here. And that's how I find, except rare cases, nobody fails in life, those who studied in Loyola College. And I would like to thank the Alumni Association office bearers, particularly all the committee members, secretary and others, for having made excellent arrangements for this wonderful occasion. Now our membership stands around 20,000. I want it to be strengthened and expanded. We must have at least 1 lakh membership. That's my objective. And by the time when we celebrate our 100 years centenary in 2025, we should have 1 lakh membership, and we should have become a university by that time. I hope our present office bearers, especially our rector, is interested in this. We will be with him. Whatever he wants, we will do it, and we should become a university. Yesterday you would have gone through the announcement made by Government of India that they have selected 10 private universities and 10 government universities to be of institution of excellence, to become world-class universities. And VIT has been chosen one among this. I consider this is because of my Loyola training. I hope Loyola will also become a university and become one of the best universities of the country. And I thank all of you for attending this important occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Unfortunately, since you're the president of the Loyola Alumni Association, we are not able to give you an award, sir. We'll have to give you an award every year, Inspirer of the Year. So, thank you very much, sir. While we're just going to the last part of this thing, we started about 18 minutes late, but we have caught up. We're just about 3 minutes behind schedule. What I'm going to request is, after we finish the vote of thanks, we'll request the awardees and the dignitaries on stage to be here right in front for the photograph, for the press, before we wind up the awards ceremony. May I request Reverend Father Thomas Amritam, Father Principal and the Director of the Loyola Alumni Association to offer the word of thanks, after which I will request the awardees to be in front for the photographs. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. I think all of you are alumni, so I will address you as alumni, both people on the dais as well as on the congregation. Oscar Wilde, an Irish poet, said, "Memory is the diary that we all carry about with us." Memory is a diary that we all carry about with us. This diary contains our past that shaped us and drive us in our day-to-day life. Alumni Day gives us an opportunity to turn the pages of our diary to relive our memories. Hope each one of you is doing that here today. The tagline for this year Loyola Alumni Day is, do you remember? What is the tagline? Connect, collaborate, and celebrate. So that's a tagline. I hope this day gave you an opportunity to get connected to your batchmates, develop collaboration, and celebrate your friendship. On this wonderful day, it is fitting that Loyola recognizes her illustrious sons and daughters for their outstanding accomplishment in whatever field they are today. So today, Loyola Alumni Association is happy and proud to honor 6 of her outstanding alumni for their achievements. Dear awardees, your exemplary lives and your achievements should inspire others to follow your path. I'm sure we will continue to follow you. So to each one of you, on behalf of all of us gathered here, we thank you for accepting our humble offer and receiving this award and giving away your acceptance speech. Thank you very much. Dear alumni, I would like to thank all the Jesuits who have always been a great pillar of support for the alumni. Today, in a special way, I would like to thank our rector, who himself is an alumnus of Loyola and became a great scientist, giving lectures all over United States of America, and who has extended a complete support ever since he took office in month of June. Thank you, Father Rector. Let me thank Reverend Father Secretary, Father Selvanayagam, who went all around attending to all minute details. He has spent the last 3 days looking at to minute details and to make this day memorable for all of us. Thank you very much, Father. For most of the alumni, Loyola Hostel and its food is something they will never forget. Such sweet memories become real when hostel food is served for the Alumni Day. Alumni Association thanks hostel director and his entire team for their wonderful support and the sumptuous dinner that is awaiting you after this meeting. I thank the campus treasurer and the minister for their overwhelming support for the conduct of the Alumni Day. Let me thank the president and the secretary of the Alumni Association for their outstanding support and encouragement to the entire process of the preparation. In a special way, I would like to thank the secretary of Loyola College of Education, director of Loyola, LIBA, and director of LISET for being with us and honoring our alumni today. Thank you very much for this. I would like to thank all the officials of the college for their excellent support, the deputy principal, the HODs, deans, vice principals, coordinators of various departments for organizing the department interaction. Thank you very much, professors. I need to thank all the non-teaching staff and technical staff and housekeeping staff for their excellent support in preparing this venue. And once we leave, they are going to stay back and restore this campus for tomorrow's academic work. Thank you one and all. I'd like to thank Mr. George for working on the Ignatius statue for this award. Practically, he almost spent 1 year to bring this statue to its perfection today. So thank you, George, for introducing the theme as well as working on this in a meticulous manner. Every Alumni Day requires at least 4 months of solid teamwork. They start the preparation already in the month of April. This year, our chairman, M.A. Jacob, and his dedicated team did a stupendous work. He had the wholehearted support of Mr. Masi, Vishal, Karthik, Suresh Mopanar, Ravi Murugaya, and the entire EC behind them, making all the preparations to make this day wonderful. And today, the rain brought such a coolness to the whole climate. My dear alumni, EC members, thank you very much for all of you. I think we should give them all a round of applause. I would like to gratefully remember the work of Mr. Mohan, Suresh, Satyan in the alumni office for their committed service and their outreach to the whole alumni across the globe. I thank the press for their continued support in covering all our programs, and I thank all the alumni. Just 10 minutes back, I saw a senior-most alumni who completed his studies in the year 1951, leaving this campus. Almost sat here for 2.5 hours with us. Such passionate and dedicated, loving alumni make this day very, very memorable and colorful. So I would like to thank each one of you for being with us, journeying with us, and looking forward to see you back again in this evening function also. Dear alumni, let us continue to keep the Loyola flag flying high. So as I thank all of you for this wonderful evening, please stay back for the musical concert after this and enjoy the sumptuous both vegetarian, non-vegetarian dinner prepared for you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Father.
May I request all the awardees to come forward and give us a small little occasion to capture you forever. Just to go with what the director of Loyola Alumni Association said, we normally have 4 months. This time we have given ourselves 12 months. In fact, we're going to have a meeting immediately after the function is over to decide what we're going to do next. So that's the kind of involvement we're going to have. And may I request you all to come in large numbers and be a part of this entire exercise. While the awardees are getting ready, we would request the volunteers to clear the stage for the music show to start. We would like to request the volunteers step forward and take the chairs away so that we can have the program start in time.
This is again, a proud moment for both Loyola and for all the recipients.
And before they disperse, we'll also request the executive committee to come on stage so that we can have a quick snap with them. Can you just step forward quickly, please? Executive committee of Loyola Alumni. Step forward quickly so that we can be a part of this moment.